This sweet, sweet boy is 14-year-old Caden Moses from Clinton, South Carolina. And back on December the 30th of 2023, Caden was murdered in his own home. And nobody has been charged in his murder, which is a damn travesty. Now, I haven't paid attention to this case like I should have, and I'm sorry, but I'm here now, and it's got my attention. So here's what I want you to know about the night that Caden was killed. Caden had a friend over at his house. His sister had a boyfriend other at the house. There were 3 other siblings there and his mom. So a lot of people. They sat down and had dinner. And after dinner, they went back to Caden's room, he and his friend, where they were playing video games. Now, they also were FaceTiming their girlfriends. So the boys were having a sleepover, and so were these girls. They were together. The boys were together. Each one had a FaceTime call going. At some point, Caden decided to turn his video call into an audio call because he was playing video games. The girl's probably bored out of her mind. And at some point after that, she heard Caden say, "What are," and then a pop. And that was the gunshot. Just like that. Now, Caden's sister heard that same pop. It wasn't loud like a gunshot would be. It was just a little pop. So they stayed in her room a little bit longer. And then when she left her room a couple of minutes later, she bumped into Caden's friend coming out into the hallway. And he looked at her and said, "Caden shot himself." Not hysterical, not crying, had been in the room with Caden for at least a minute in there before he walked out. Caden shot himself. She said, "That's not funny. Why are you joking like that?" And he said, "Caden shot himself." And then he walked outside. The only person to say that Caden shot himself was this friend. The police on the scene that night, the coroner who did the autopsy, everybody says this was a homicide, says that Caden died at the hands of another. The only another that was in the room with him was this friend. But we know Caden didn't do it. Here's another reason why you can tell he didn't do it. The murder weapon was a .243 long gun, like this one pictured here. Do you see how long that barrel is? Can you even imagine someone trying to shoot themselves with that pointed at their head? And can you especially imagine them doing it with their non-dominant hand? He was shot on the left side. He was right-handed. Here's the questions you have to ask yourself. Why is this kid lying? Why did he say that Caden shot himself when we all know that he didn't? Why is he saying that? Why did he stay in the room with Caden after the shot was fired instead of running out screaming? Why is he trying to find answers or reasons for his fingerprints to be on the shell cases? Because he's doing that too. Why has he not been arrested? Why is law enforcement saying that there's not enough evidence? Now, I understand that there is a law in place in minor cases. You can't share investigation reports or anything with anybody outside of SLED. But at least give this mom some answers. This has got to be extremely gut-wrenching for her not to have some kind of answers. They've told her that it's insufficient evidence. What more do you need? A confession? Is that what you need? Now, I talked with his mom tonight, and what she wanted me to tell you, because I said anything else you want me to include in here, she wanted me to let you know what a good kid Caden was. Caden had a heart of gold, would have given you the shirt off his back. She said, and this is the one that got me, she said, "You know how when a teacher calls, you go, 'Oh God, what now?' Yes, I know that feeling very well. Thank you, son." Well, in her case, when the teacher called, it was to compliment her on Caden because he was such a good kid. That speaks volumes. I'm so sorry for your loss, and I hope you get answers soon. And if we have to, we'll come back on here and talk about this again and again and again until they do something.